What is up? It is your boy Dead Son Oblivion. I am back with this week's Shredding Drip episode.
Nice drips.
Welcome back. Today's Shredding Drip episode, we do have the pleasure of having Perpetual Nonsense Machine in the studio. What's up, buddy?
What's up, buddy?
How you doing, man?
We're getting some stuff done. We're working. Mustard and I have been slaving, trying to get stuff done. It's been a process. It's been a good process, but it's still been a process. We got the drums done last week, and the last couple of days we've been in just trying to get mics right. It's remarkable when you're trying to do like acoustic guitars, trying to get that room right where you don't get weird sound, or just having the angles right so the guitar sounds natural and it's not boxy or anything like that. But we're there. We should be starting to track that tomorrow. As far as drums went, it went pretty smooth. Maybe took us a little longer than we thought, but the problem was Mustard was learning stuff on the fly. We did a lot of programming when we were demoing because it's quick and easy. So then going back, we're like, well, that sounds weird because it's a fake drum, and he fixed it all. But it came out great. He did an awesome job. But that was another thing, just getting mics prepped. You're just trying to get sounds and all that stuff. When you're doing it the old-fashioned way instead of using plugins and all that stuff, we're trying to do it as raw as possible, as much analog as possible, not over digitalizing it. You know, we have done our research on things, and listening back to a lot of like the modern music, modern metal, modern pop, no matter what it is, they have this sound, and a lot of it is generated from using the electronic plugins and such. So there's presets on everything. Click a preset, you got a sound. Sounds great, but 1,000 other people are using that same preset and you're getting the same sound. So our biggest thing was trying to be unique. We don't want to be processed like other things. We want to be unique, so it's creating that own analog sound. We got a different room than other people. We're changing mics in and out, change drum heads, try different sticks. Once we get to electric guitars, it's using different mics. We've tried some stuff that was like, this doesn't work. Well, we're like, we're going to try it anyway, because at least that way you're getting a unique sound, and we want to be different. We don't want to be the cookie cutter, so I think it's been important. I think it's gone really well so far, and we've fiddled around with some electric tones, just kind of, we've had a little free time and we're getting monotonous with the drums or whatever. It's like, let's do something else. Okay, we sit and fiddle and we're like, whoa, this is going to be good, because this isn't even prepped really, and we're just fooling around and it sounds pretty good. So I'm excited.
Yeah, it's not, 13 songs you said?
Yeah, somewhere between, I think we have 16 written, and we might cut it down to 13. We might have some B-sides there, or we'll see what happens when we get done with it. We might release it all. We might release less. Most of it is written as a few things at the tail end of that. We were like, this is good. We got to do it. So we did drum tracks to it, and they're partially written. They might end up on, they might not if we run out of time. So we'll just see what happens.
Right. And to consider the fact that, like, this is the first time playing the actual songs on the drums, because we wrote them like digitally. So a lot of the songs, like, you write them and you're like, oh yeah, this should be nice and easy to play, and then you go to play and it's like, well, that is not easy. So we ran into some obstacles and frustration. You know, there was a few videos of Mustard just getting frustrated, and we were all just like, dude, relax, man. Like, you got this. It's your first time playing the song, period, and you're playing it to some degree. So, like, I can't do that. He can't do that. It's, you know.
He's like, I'm going to take the day and I'm going to figure it out. And I get to his house and I'm like, ready to track? He's like, no, I'm not. I hate you. What are you thinking?
Just saying, you know, kid doesn't give himself credit, but he works really hard, and we appreciate that. So it's definitely something I wanted to bring out.
He's so far has spent, like, if it was, like, by the hour, it's astronomical how many hours he's spent. He's been in there full days, just even by himself, just trying to practice stuff. And he's still doing that now, trying to get the acoustics all set up and stuff. So.
Right. And every time I talk to him, too, you know, he's full on blisters on the hands, and, you know, he's blood, sweat, and tears over there, you know, putting the effort into. You know, these guys have been really, really working hard behind the scenes, getting that drum stuff done, and it's not an easy feat at all. Between the obstacles of, I don't know if you saw some of the Twitter pictures that they put up with, like, the board holding the drums in place with the weight just so the drums don't move, and
we couldn't get it to stay in place. Every time he kick it, it just shimmy forward to the point where he's like missing it. He's like, this is horrible. So we got that board in there,
which of course affects even, you know, the mic placement on where the drums are. So things kept changing throughout throughout the songs, so we had to adjust and fix that, and come up with a way to stop that from happening, to alleviate that. And yeah, it's been an overall struggle with getting that first time done. Now this is my opinion, their easier stuff would be the guitar work for them, because they're all so good at guitar. Like, just getting those tones right is going to be the hard part, and then them just playing through it shouldn't be as bad, which is nice.
And all that stuff, I mean, 90% of it is written. I know that I'm going to get something and be like, no, I'm going to do this instead. Or like, there's a few parts I already know. Once I sit with the drum track, I want to change, because the drum track changed, and I think it sounds better if I do something else. So, but yeah, like I said, it's all written. It's just a matter of sitting down and accomplishing it and getting it right, where instead of making the poor kid learn. Because I mean, he'd sit down with something and he's like, oh, I got this. And I'm like, different people and different musicians hear things differently in their head. So like, he heard one thing and I sit down and I'm like, that doesn't even sound like the same song. And then we talk through it and I'm like, yeah, I hear it like this. And he hears it like this. And then like, I'm a math guy when it comes to everything. I'm like meters and this. And he's like, I'm feels. So it's like trying to, but we didn't kill each other.
Yeah,
and now comes the fun part. The guitars will be fun for everybody, because like I said, we know it, and it's just a matter of getting it right.
Well, I feel like it also adds in that you guys actually played the guitar on the first part. It's not like you just wrote it down on a tablet file and it played it for you.
Exactly.
Unlike the drums, it's like, okay, cool, we can write these cool drums and like do this different intricate stuff that you think is going to be humanly possible, and then you go to play it and you can't, because you don't have four hands. So it's sometimes like you always have to dial it back when you're doing that stuff, and realize that like, yeah, we didn't actually play the drums on the scratch tracks, so now we have to apply that to real life scenarios and get it done, and we're through it. We made it. The first part is over. The tough part, I feel like, is done, and now it's just I wouldn't say easier stuff, but it's stuff that you guys have played, so it's going to be more of a repetition. It should come back more naturally, which is cool. So
my biggest challenge is going to be the bass on Lowdown and Dripnotic, because my smart butt thought it would be quick and easy to do it with like MIDI programming. So it's almost like what we did with the drums. I just took what I did on guitar, I moved some stuff onto the bass, and then I fidgeted with it, what I hear in my head. It was quick, but now I gotta go learn it. So that'll be interesting, but I'm sure I'll pick it up. And then once we get done with that comes vocals. We'll all get in a place together. I will say that Mr. Mustard and I are turning old next week. I just wanted to let everybody know that. Like, not that we weren't already old, but we're turning old next week. So happy birthday to Mustard.
Why, you guys are both turning the same age?
No, he's a year older than me.
Oh, gotcha.
And then Drippy's actually the week after. It's kind of crazy how we all just slap.
Birthday season.
Yeah, all of us are like 7 days apart, something like that.
So there's got to be a birthday shenanigans video or something that's going to go up at some point.
Yeah, our fearless leader, Pop Drippy, in case we don't get another one of these out with me, I want to wish him a happy birthday and Mustard. So.
And that's about all the time I have again today. Thank you guys so much for checking out the Shredding Drip video and for stopping in week over week and liking and subscribing to the channel. I want to thank you guys as always, and I will catch you next week. Peace.